Hey guys, it's me Jake from JakeMan21642, and today I have actually a pretty heavily requested video for you guys. This is just some updates and a little walk around and startup with screaming children in the background of my 2003 Honda Accord EXL. For those of you who don't know and are new to the channel and all of that, this is my daily driver. I did purchase this car in my senior year of high school, and I've owned it for about 8 months now. Yep, actually 8 months tomorrow I will have owned this car. And I've put about 12,000 miles on it, close to 13,000 now. And let me just say right now, this has been the best car ownership experience I've ever had. The reason I didn't do an update video last month, because they have been kind of a monthly thing, was just because there was nothing really going on with the car. I started school, I started daily commuting with it, and that was about it. So I just finished washing it today. At the end of the summer, the last update video I made, I mentioned we were taking the car to the beach, and as you can see, that did happen right there. I got the little sticker just as a memory of it, because I know Outer Banks stickers are cheesy, but that was a fun trip to pretty much end my senior year of high school with my friends, so I wanted a little way to remember that. Otherwise, though, the car is basically the same, and I did intentionally shoot this video when it's getting close to getting dark to show you. Pretty much the only thing that has changed on the exterior was I did add a LED plate bulb, which is something I've really been wanting to do since I bought the car, but I did add that. And otherwise everything else on the exterior is the same, and this thing puts off some light. I mean, when you have it on at night, it lights like that far back behind the car. But that was pretty simple to install. All you had to do was take a flathead screwdriver and pop this out, and then the wiring harness comes out of this lens, and all it is the bulb. I think it was $7 or $8 for a 2-pack of Phillips bulbs on Amazon. Otherwise, I did get the oil changed this week, and I got the tires rotated. So the bad ones are now on the back. They still have a decent amount of tread, but they probably won't pass state inspection by the time that's due in February. So I'm just going to get 4 new tires all around, like I've mentioned, and I've been planning to do with the car. So what I'll probably end up getting is the Michelins. I really do enjoy these Yokohamas, but I really do want to get the Michelins on this car. I'm a huge fan of their tires, and I think they'll do pretty well. As you can see up front, I did very, very lightly buff the headlights today when I washed it, just because I do park on the street, and unfortunately I park facing the sun, so they do get cloudy, and these are the original 12-year-old lenses, so they still look fantastic though. So we'll go ahead and step inside, and I'll give you a mileage check. I mean, there's really not much to show in this video. Inside, as you can see, everything is basically the same as it has been. I did condition the seats today, and they look exactly the same as they did 13,000 miles ago when I bought this car. You can see there is maybe a little bit of cracking here and here from getting in and out, but otherwise, everything is perfect inside. And as you can see, the car does have 141,485 miles as it sits right now. I did get the oil changed actually a week ago today with synthetic 5W30, so I can now run about 5,000 miles. As you can see, it was right at, I think it was like 146,603. So I'm so glad at work that they were able to just put 146,000, because that really helps my OCD. But as you can see, in exactly a week, I've done 485 miles, which that's a mixture between commuting back and forth between school, which is about 30 miles each way to the Auto Tech campus I go to for school. But I did have a few classes get canceled next week, and I did actually take this car up to Northern Virginia over the weekend. My friend and I were planning on meeting up with his brother and a few friends, but plans fell through, so then we basically ended up driving into DC for the night for dinner. Which, that's the nice part about having your own car that you own, is you can do spontaneous little trips like that and not have to worry about it, because what would have been a 100-mile round trip actually ended up being about a 200-mile round trip, but it was still a blast. Inside, though, everything else is pretty much the same. I took the floor mats out and rinsed them off today. That's the nice part about having the all-weathers. And as I mentioned, I conditioned the seats. This seat still looks brand new over here. The only thing I've noticed is kind of the same as the driver's side. There's just a little bit of marks here from getting in and out, and you are going the wrong way down a one-way. Anyway, coming along the center, radio and everything else is still the same. No plans on changing that. We do have the dual zone automatic climate control, which after owning the car for a while, that's probably my favorite feature. And I know I say that every video, but I could not live without having automatic climate control in a car now. And actually, it has kind of gotten cold a few times, to the point where just where I leave it at 68, it has put warm air out, so that's pretty nice. And the heat in this car is excellent. And unlike my CB7, the heat doesn't smell like gasoline. Coming down here, do have heated seats for the driver and passenger. I actually took this out today, this aluminum assembly around here, because the passenger side heated seat, for some reason when you have the headlights on, you can actually kind of see it now. This side lights up, but this side just kind of stopped. But oddly enough, that light still works. So I don't know what was up with that, but I did take this out and I couldn't get to the bulb, but I saw it, so I will get a new bulb to put in there just because that does bother me. But while this was out, I did take the shift boot out and I cleaned kind of in this crevice where stuff had gotten in the time I owned the car. And then I also put some leather conditioner on the boot, so it looks excellent. And of course, everything's still great with this manual. I did change the gearbox fluid and it makes a notable difference. So I'm wondering how that will be when it actually really starts to get cold out. Down there's my satellite radio. I can't remember if it was here last video or not, but I did move it up underneath of there just because I kind of like the look more. I can bring that back down and cover it up. And there have been some car break-ins in my neighborhood lately, which I do have tinted windows, and there's also a blinking security light on the radio as well as the gauges. So that will kind of deter people, but just as one last little thing, it is kind of nice to hide that because that's just part of living in the city. We can't all live in gated communities. Back here, 2 cup holders. I do have a spare battery for my camera that I just kind of keep in here, which probably is not a good idea. And if you guys didn't notice or see me mention it in comments before, I did get a new phone, Samsung Galaxy S6. For those of you who don't know, I have pretty much had nothing but iPhones for the last 3 years, or 3 or 4 years actually, but I really, really do like this phone. As you can see my background. I really needed a new phone upgrade from the 5S. I just didn't see the 6S as being worth it, and I didn't feel like paying full price for a 6, so I decided to give Android a shot, and this is an awesome phone. As you can see as well, I do have it in a OtterBox case. I think this was only like 17 or 18 bucks on Amazon. It's a really nice case, and it looks really good with the kind of bluish black color this phone is. But back to updates about the car. Nothing really to show inside other than the interior lighting as well. I did change them to LED, and it doesn't look that good on camera. It looks like, of course, what LEDs would look like on camera, but in person it's a very, very nice looking clean light. We'll go ahead, step around to the back seat, and I'll also pop the trunk for you guys. And of course, coming around to the back, nothing has really changed on this car. As you can see, the trunk pass through and all that. I just vacuumed back here, of course, because I've had people back here empty the trash can out. And as you can see in the door, I do have my belt in this one. And then over here, I have my shop glasses as well as my shop gloves. Because when you go to community college, you become a master of changing in your car. So that's why all of that is back here. And just to kind of wrap this video up, we'll come around to the front, up underneath the hood, where as you can see, everything is running absolutely excellent as it has been. This is the 2.4 liter K24 engine, and I'll say it, I think this is one of the best engines that Honda has ever made. I've had absolutely no issues at all in the 12 or almost 13,000 miles now that I've owned the car. As you can see, it is a little dirty, but did get the oil change this week. I got the brake fluid flushed last time I was at Honda. Do have a K&N filter inside of it. So, no problems up under there. And this park's about to close because it's sunset, so I'll go ahead and pop the camera in and take you guys for a quick little drive. So, let's just go for a quick little drive in the Accord. I know this has been the most nothing update video I've ever made, but like I said, not much has changed with the car at all. I still enjoy every second I spend with it, and I have no plans on getting rid of it anytime soon because I just love this car. Go ahead and get out of the park like literally everyone else is doing because it closes at sundown, and cops get really bitchy when you're here past it. Not that I would know or anything, guys. Close the sunroof, use Honda's ridiculous control for that. That's probably my only complaint about this car in all the time I have spent with it, is that sunroof control. And I know that's just the way old Hondas are, but it is such a pointless design that has absolutely, there's just nothing you gain from having the sunroof controls right there. Give you guys a little acceleration in this thing. But honestly, I mean, all the time I've spent in this car, and since I am back in school now, or I've started college, going to school for automotive technology, I am commuting in this car every day to school, which is, like I said earlier, 30 miles one way, 30 miles back into the city home. And honestly, there is no other car I would rather be doing that in. I enjoy driving this thing so much. It's so comfortable. It's such a nice car to just get in, put your music on, and just go. I love every second I've spent with this. And I will say too, the entire 12,000 miles that have been put on this car in the time I've had it have all been me. Like, no one else drives my car. I hardly ever even drive my parents' cars anymore since I got rid of the Saturn. This is purely all me, and there's no other way I'd have it. My little trick. I hate sitting at that light. And I'm sure, as you can see in this video, especially being in the area where I live, the roads are definitely not the greatest thing in the world. And for a car that really handles as well as this one does, this thing absolutely soaks up the bumps too. It just has such a nice, balanced ride to it, which I'm sure if you have watched Matt or MKM230's video, which I will put a link down below, you'll see this car absolutely shredding some corners in it with him driving. But like I said, this thing has such a great highway ride too, and with the 5-speed manual, power is not an option, or power's not a problem at all. Especially on the highway, you can just leave this thing in 5th gear and just go. It's like I said to my friend Kyle Liberty the other day, we were both talking, if I have to leave 5th gear on the highway in this car, shit's about to go down, because that's basically the way it's been the entire time I've owned it. But I have done a couple really long road trips with it now at this point. Drove it up to Philadelphia, went to the New York Auto Show, took it down to the Outer Banks in North Carolina, which we kind of took the back way, which was a lot of fun. And otherwise, it's been all over the state. It's been in North Carolina for other times. It's just been a great car. And I know, like I said, this has probably been one of the most boring update videos I've ever made, but there's just not that much to show because nothing has changed. There's no other way to put it than this has been the most bullshit-free car ownership experience I've ever had. I mean, the Saturn was broken weekly. That was to be expected. CB7 kind of was perpetually broken too. And the entire time I had the SI, the check engine light was on in that car. But this is just change the oil, put gas in it, and you're good to go. Basically everything I've had to do to it was just general maintenance, like brakes and the serpentine belt, and that's pretty much it. I haven't even had to change like a headlight bulb on it or anything yet. That being said, next plans for this car, I do need to get a new battery. I need to get that taken care of before it starts getting cold. And money's not the issue there. It's just the fact that I haven't had the free time to do it because I'm now in school and at work pretty much 5 or 6 days a week. Not complaining because I love my job and I love everything I study at school, but it has definitely taken away some of my free time. Otherwise, that's pretty much it with the car. I can't think of anything it's in dire need for. Like I said, it'll need to be inspected in February, which is when I'll probably go ahead and get new tires. Even if they pass, I'll probably just go ahead and get new tires anyway. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. Speakers, I was thinking about it the other day. I might eventually put new speakers in it. I really don't want to mess with these just because they sound so good. But that being said, I'm amazed I haven't blown one yet, and I'm kind of just waiting for one to. Because when I'm in here by myself, I crank the music up. Let's see, someone is taking advantage of the suicide doors on their Element right there. Oh, that's right, Prius, yield to the right-of-way. So as always, guys, any questions, comments, anything like that, drop them down below. I apologize that this hasn't been the most eventful update video, but this car has just been fantastic, and I enjoy every second I spend with it. And I know I say it every video, but I would recommend the 7th Gen to anyone I could. Come on, drunk bike man. Come on. Pedal away to freedom, drunk bike man. That's the neighborhood drunk bike man back there. Anyways, guys, like I said, probably one of the least eventful videos I've ever made, but as always, thanks for watching and subscribe for more.